This week, we're stuck in a wash of think pieces on President Donald Trump's first 100 days. I cannot believe it's only been 100 days. But here we are, and Trump promised to deliver big. But how do those promises stack up against reality? I'm Zachary Oren Smith. I write about politics for Iowa Starting Line. Trump's campaign promises to Iowa farmers were crystal clear.
Starting on day one, we will end inflation and make America affordable again.
He promised that his tariff strategy would benefit American farmers specifically.
New trade policy will also be great for the American farmer. I love the farmer.
Since Trump imposed his 145% tariff on China, they've retaliated with a crushing 125% tax on American goods, specifically targeting our agricultural exports. That means that the cost of soybeans on the Chinese market is that much more expensive than a competitor's.
It may be a little bit of an adjustment period.
It's a boon time for soy producers in Brazil, but let's be absolutely clear about what's happening. Iowa farmers are losing their markets in real time. Not only are Trump's tariffs projected to create an average tax increase of $1,300 per Iowa household this year, but they've directly attacked our state's economic backbone. China was one of our major buyers of Iowa soybeans, Mexico, one of our top markets for corn. But now, both markets are evaporating as these countries look at South America for their goods. And I understand that many Iowans do not grow row crops, but when the ag industry does badly, that has spillover effects for a landscape that has been geoengineered with drainage tiles and hog confinements to accommodate this production. This isn't about numbers on a spreadsheet, it's about a potential cave-in of our state's economy. That will cause real suffering for Iowans. This agricultural downturn has already triggered devastating layoffs across Iowa. Corteva Agriscience cut 44 workers. John Deere, Bridgestone, Firestone, and Cargill have all reduced their workforces. In total, about 4,900 agriculture and agriculture-related layoffs have been announced in Iowa just since Trump took office. Farm bankruptcies increased by 55% in the first quarter compared to last year. This is what an economic downturn looks like. If it seems like deja vu, that's because we've already lived through this before. Do you remember back during Trump's first term? His tariffs on China resulted in an estimated loss of more than $27 billion in U.S. agricultural exports from 2018 to 2019. The last time this happened, the administration had to bail out farmers with $28 billion in payments. That money didn't fix the actual problem. It was just a band-aid on a hemorrhaging wound that Trump himself inflicted. Trump's promise was that the temporary pain would lead to long-term gain.
It may be a little bit of an adjustment period.
But economic experts across the political spectrum say that's simply not true. This isn't just about short-term pain either. When Iowa loses a market, we often lose it permanently. Soybean production has exploded in Brazil since Trump's first trade war. Once China and Mexico establish new supply chains from South American producers, they simply won't return to buying from Iowa farmers. That market access built over decades is being destroyed. So let's return to the promises made just 6 months ago. Trump promised to end inflation on day one, yet prices continue to rise, now worsened by his tariffs. He promised to make farming great again, yet Iowa agriculture is in a free fall, with grain futures already declining. The evidence that these 100 days have been bad for Iowa is overwhelming. Iowa's agricultural communities are facing an existential crisis entirely of Trump's making. There's no adjustment period that will fix this. There's no magical trade deal on the horizon. There's just economic pain being inflicted on Iowa farmers to serve a political agenda that has already failed before. For this story and more, follow Iowa Starting Line. I'm Zachary Oren Smith. Thanks for watching.